Hello everyone, Jackie Perez here again, the Wellness Director at the Y, bringing you today CPR, specifically compression only skills for infants. So again at the Y we do have classes here that can certify you in adult, infant, child, CPR, AED, and first aid, where you get a lot of information on all the skills. But a lot of organizations are encouraging people at home who are not certified or maybe not need it to learn compression only CPR. It's a very, very important way that you can step in at home if ever a loved one were to get into cardiac arrest, something that you can do without having to come to a class and get certified. So compressions, what we're doing with compressions is to try and apply an external force to their chest to try and circulate oxygen in their body. So their heart's not working, not doing their job properly. We're gonna try and step in externally to try and circulate what oxygen they already have in their body to get to the organs to kind of sustain a little bit until EMTs come and take over. So whenever we're doing CPR, we wanna make sure we're on a firm, flat surface because we need the chest to compress at least 1/3 of the chest. So on a small infant, it might only be an inch, inch and a half, but you need something firm underneath them or you're not going to be able to get the chest to compress how it needs to. So if they're in a crib or a soft bed or laying on the couch, make sure you get them to a firm surface so you can get the compressions at the right depth. So I kind of led into that a little bit. The compressions have to be at a certain depth, so 1/3 of the chest. When we're talking about a small baby, could be an inch, inch and a half. So you just want to make sure you're getting the right depth and making sure that the chest is rebounding, meaning we're not staying compressed the whole time. We want to make sure the chest rises in between. Another thing to think about is the speed or the rate at which we do the compressions. It's the same across the board, adult, infant, child. Everyone's compressed at the same speed. So they say 100 beats per minute, right? Kind of hard to think about. We often in classes explain it to a song because songs play at certain beats per minute. If you know the Bee Gees song, Staying Alive, that's a very popular song when talking about CPR. That song plays at 100 beats per minute. If you have little ones at home, like myself, Baby Shark, very popular song these days. That song also plays at around 100 beats per minute. So if you kind of hum those tunes in your head, that's about how fast the compressions need to be. So firm, flat surface, compressing at least 1/3 of the chest, and we want our rates to be 100 beats per minute. So, one thing that's hard to do with infants is to check responsiveness, right? Because maybe they're a heavy sleeper and they're not going to respond to their name. So one thing that you can do in an infant to see if they're responsive and you're not sure if they're in cardiac arrest is to rub a finger on the bottom of their foot. Even if they're heavy sleeping and we kind of tickle the bottom of their foot, they should have this little knee-jerk reaction. If that isn't present, then that's a good sign that they're unresponsive. So we have them on our firm, flat surface here. We're going to take any 2 fingers, so when we're compressing the chest of an infant, we're using 2 fingers just below the nipple line. So they're little nipples, and then 2 fingers right below. Okay, so that's kind of what it looks like for a baby. 2 fingers just below the nipple line, and you're compressing 1/3 of the chest, and about the speed of Staying Alive or Baby Shark. So compression only CPR, that's the only skill you need to do. You don't have to worry about assessments and rescue breathing. You're just getting to the victim and you're doing those compressions until EMTs arrive. Maybe you have somebody else that can step in and help, but if ever it becomes unsafe for you or you get fatigued and too tired to continue, feel free to stop. But that's what compression only CPR is doing. You're just doing the compressions at that depth and at that rate until EMTs can come and take over. So, take care everyone and stay safe.